Testing, testing. Yo, what up, Dre Dre? Oh god, it feels weird listening to my voice with my like earbuds on. Okay, so I don't know what happened when I was like setting up this whole everything right here. Everything that I was setting up right here. You guys can see it. What's up, Big Noob? What's up, Blake? What's up, Rage? When I was setting this up, now YouTube chat won't shut up. Shut up. Sorry, not shut up. Show up. I don't want you guys to shut up. That was a misuse of my word. Sorry. Show up. So if you guys see on the right side corner. Oh, there it is. Wait, Moonlight. Moonlight just showed up. Okay, never mind. We're good. What's up, Moonlight? What's up, Shoga? What up, Chipper? Big Noob, Rage, Blake. What up, everybody? Is the audio too loud? Hold on. I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. Welcome in, everybody. I'm gonna lower the volume just a little bit. Chronic Yappers. What's up, Liv? Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Rosemary, what's up? Look what's happening, guys. Look what's happening. So we got face cam. Okay. You guys can see all this right here. Right here. Look at this. You guys see this? Everybody see this? All this right here. This is my speedrunning notes. So we got like RE2, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 8, I think Resident Evil 2, and then Resident Evil 4. So that's what's happening on my walls. No, I don't want you guys to shut up. What's up, Kate? You're not a big fan of the government? I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. Bad bitches live here. I made that. I actually made that. Like, I made that right. Hold on. I made this. It was supposed to be for a coworker, right? Okay, what's up, Buck? The link for crowd control yesterday broke my Twitch account. That's hella funny. So I actually made this when I used to engrave. I had a $5,000 laser and a laser engraving business, and this was actually one of the I messed this up. I just cursed at the beginning of the stream. Nice. So I messed this up at the very and you guys can see it right here. Look at the circle. It wasn't supposed to make a circle, but you know, I decided, you know what? Because this was one of my first projects that I was gonna give to a coworker. Yeah, we're ranking games, Buck, but I'm just today. Okay, for those of you wondering what today is, it's just me talking to you guys. So if anybody has any questions, if anybody wants to ask me anything, go ahead. This time I'll actually pay attention. We're not playing a video game today, so I can actually pay attention to everybody in chat. This is my first just chatting stream. Wait, Dre, for Twitch, is it showing just chatting? And also, yes, hi YouTube. Twitch people are saying hi. Yeah, the Jill Valentine background I found on the internet. It's just random. Nobody made it for me. It was just random. Yo, what up, Kakudo? There's a couple things that I tried to add before the stream, but it's not showing. Huh. What up, Stars? Yeah, you're not that late, Stars. We're just talking. I mean, this is what this is gonna be today, guys. Like, you guys want to talk about things? Just let me know. Is the music too loud or is it too quiet? I kind of want the music to be there, but not too much. Jill is making you stiff. All right, can we get a... Can we time out our boy Jared? I'm just kidding. He's a mod. He can't get timed out. Mary, don't ban me. I might ban you. I might ban you, Stars. Just for being late, that's on you. That's your fault. What is your most played game on Steam? Let me see. You guys aren't gonna like this. You guys are not gonna like this. Hold on, let me whip it out real quick. Is there a way to like filter your most played game? Hold on. Where is it? Do I still have it? Do I even have Call of Duty anymore? It would be Modern Warfare 2. I guess I don't have it on my thing. Okay, never mind. It would be Modern Warfare with 600 hours. Your boy used to be a Call of Duty boy. Whip it out. What up? What up, Moss? Before we start ranking some Resident Evil games, do you guys want to play a game? Like a game together, like a community game. And it's gonna be YouTube chat versus Twitch chat. I actually found this at the last second, okay? Before we start ranking games, you guys want to play a community? Okay, so it's gonna be YouTube chat versus Twitch chat. Now, how many of you are? Oop, my bad. How many of you are actual Resident Evil fans that found me because you like Resident Evil? And how many of you just found me because you liked me in general? I mean, that's kind of a loaded question, but how many of you found me because mostly it was a Resident Evil algorithm? Both me. How many of you? Okay, here's a better question. How many of you don't know anything about Resident Evil and are just here for me? Okay, that's a better, that'd be a better question, because I want 3 team leaders on each side. Okay, we're gonna get 3 team leaders on Twitch and 3 team leaders on YouTube. Now you guys are gonna work for the same. You guys are gonna represent each other, or you guys are gonna represent your group. But we need 3 Resident Evil team leaders. If you know Resident Evil, if you know you're Resident Evil, step up to be a team leader. So I think Dre is gonna be team leader on Twitch. We need two more on Twitch, and we need 3 on. Okay, you want to be a team leader, Vuck? All right. So that's Vuck. So we got 1 team leader on Vuck, on YouTube. Dre for leader. Any other people want to be team leaders for for Twitch? You don't know your residents? I figured, Jared. I feel like Rage, you know your Resident Evil, no? Thank you, Shoga. No, I was just like asking the question because this is for the community game. I think I remember watching you when you played Separate Ways or RE8 mods. Separate Ways OG or Separate Ways Classic? You're bad with responsibilities. My residents are very moderate. All right, well, you know very little. Okay, then how are you guys in my community and know nothing about Resident Evil? We're gonna be ranking Resident Evil games today, and you guys know nothing. All right, well, I'll just pick people out. So Shoga, Vuck, and is Kate here? No, Moss. Yeah, Moss. Okay, so this actually might work out because not a lot of you actually know Resident Evil. So we got Vuck, Shoga. You know what? We'll go Vuck, Shoga, Kate, and Moss, and Stars. Fuck it, 5 people. I already cursed. Damn it, I didn't mean to curse. Okay, so we got 5 people on YouTube. All right, you guys are gonna represent the whole chat. Now we got. I hate hearing my own voice. Now for Twitch, we got. Let's see, Jared, Rage. You know what? We'll do Rosemary too. Jared, Rage, Rosemary, Meadow, and let's see. We need 1 more person. Who else? Chipper. Okay, Chipper. There we go. So this is what's gonna happen. All right, you guys have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, but this is what's gonna happen. Ready? Okay, I'm gonna whip out something. All right, I'm gonna whip something out. You guys want me to whip it out? I'm gonna whip it out. All right. Here we go. I whipped it out. Let me just real quick. Too late, Chipper. Too late. All right. So we are playing Resident Evil Jeopardy. Now, you guys don't know what the hell Resident Evil Jeopardy. For those of you that don't know Jeopardy, you guys are probably too young. Some of us boomers in chat know all about Jeopardy. Hold on, real quick. Basically, the way you play this game is you pick. Hold on. Let me name this team YouTube. Team Twitch. Okay. So you pick something. You pick one of these categories. Resident Evil 1. So we got 1, 2, 4, 7, and 3. Okay. And the objective is to get the most amount of points. All right. All right. You guys understand how to do this? So one of you, I'm gonna pick a team leader, and oh, Silly Billy, you can be a team leader. All right. What's up, Silly Billy? You're automatically a team leader. You know what? Since he just joined, Silly Billy, pick a category and then pick a point system or a point. The music just stop again? Okay. I'm gonna wait on Silly Billy. Oh, I need to have the other head. Where the hell did it go? You can be Ultra Team Leader. Give me, what is that? What did you say? Is that RE4? RE4. RE4 for 400. So this is for Team YouTube, guys. The first one's gonna go to YouTube. So RE4. Does RE4 take place in Europe? 400 points for that. Oh, okay. Only Silly Billy can answer this. What are the answers, Silly Billy? Here we go. I'm waiting. Yes. So his answer is yes. And the correct answer is yes. In fact, yes. That was an easy one. I'm not gonna lie. You guys got an easy 400 points. Okay. So now we're gonna jump on over to Twitch. I'm just gonna pick random people in the chat. All right, Dre, you can do the next one. You can do the next one. Okay, hold on. I gotta turn the music up. I need music. I need to drown out my own voice because I hate hearing my own voice. There we go. Nice. All right, so you guys are in the lead, obviously. Resident Evil 2 remake. Well, there's no remake, but there's 2, so we'll go Resident Evil 2 for 400. Who created Stars A, Wesker C, Jill B? Wait, what the? Okay. Who created Stars? Was it Wesker, Jill, or Chris? Here we go, Dre. Lock in, Dre. Lock in. Nobody answered. Ooh, so her answer is Wesker. Okay, here we go. Ready? And the answer is in fact Wesker. So there you go. Another 400 points, and that's going to Twitch. All right, so moving on to YouTube. Oh no, Twitch just got an ad, but that's fine. That's fine. Right now, YouTube is gonna answer. So I'm gonna pick out Vuck. Pick a category and pick a number. It's easy. Just wait till you guys get one that like really gets with you guys. It's all it takes is one slip up. Come on, Buck, let's do this. RE4 500. Oh, we got some big boys in chat. What is this category? Is there a castle in the game? How is that 500? All right, well, you know, one of them is gonna trip you up. Is there a castle in the game? Mate. Yo, Blake, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it, man. Okay, so the answer is yes. Obviously, the answer is yes. I just found this, guys. It's a random thing I found on the internet. Maybe it's easy, maybe it's hard. Who knows? Okay, so YouTube just got another 500 points, putting them in the lead. All right, here we go. Dre, or not Dre. Rage. Pick a number, pick a category. I don't know, maybe. Oh, wait. Okay, he's subbed. He doesn't have any ads. Again, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, since this is just a chill stream, let me know. I want to know, okay? You guys got any questions? Maybe you want to stream, maybe you want to speedrun, let me know. You better pick, Rage. Your face cam is hiding a category. So RE1 is the one right under it, under my face cam. 200 Resident Evil 7. Okay. Who do you fight in the main house? Jack, Lucas, or Mia? Ooh, actually that has a little. That's a little. It's just a little. Here we go. Rage, lock in. Who do you fight in the main house? Jack. Yo, what up, Eve? Welcome in. Don't choose me. I'm gonna mess it up for my team. It's okay. I like to choose people who are gonna mess it up for their team. The cop. You fight the police. Wait, who's answering this, by the way? It's Rage, right? According to me, Jack. Okay, so the answer is Jack, or that is what Rage says is the answer is. Let's see. And it's Jack. Nice. Congratulations, Twitch. You got another 200 points. You guys are not in the lead, but moving on to YouTube. Okay, Kate, this one's on you. It's too late, Kate. I saw you say that, so I had to pick you out. All right, it's time to give Twitch an advantage, Kate. How you doing, Eve? How's everybody doing? I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. All right, Kate, drop it like it's hot. Give us a category, give us a number. Can we steal? I don't even know. I actually don't know the rules for Jeopardy, Dre. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, you can steal. Yes. Okay. So one of you fails. Okay, so 500 for what? What category? Yeah, what game do you know best? What is your specialty exactly? All right, nobody try to make any answers for Kate on Twitch side, because then you guys are gonna screw her over, yourselves over. 500 for RE2. All right, nice. Did Leon fight the hunters? Actually, that's kind of a good question. Did Leon fight the hunters, Kate? Only Kate can answer this, guys. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. She is a part of the YouTube team. Did they? Yes, no, maybe. Who knows? This is interesting. It's okay, just guess. It doesn't matter if you know. So no is her answer. I'm sorry, Kate, but you're correct! Kate is right. Kate is right. They did not fight the hunters in Resident Evil 2. All right. So YouTube just got another 500 points. Here we go. All right, Twitch, your turn. All right, Chipper, what's up? How you doing? Would you like to pick a category for today? And by saying would you like to, no, you're gonna have to. There's no option. You have to. I force you to pick it. Chipper, either pick a really easy one or pick a hard one. I don't know, Chipper. Depends on your knowledge. So YouTube chat is currently in the lead right now with the most amount of points. Resident Evil 3 for 500. Oh, that's a tough one. Did you finish Nemesis? What is this question? Did you finish Nemesis off? Yes or no? I didn't make this. This is something I found on the internet. Who the hell is Nemesis? Nemesis. All right, Chipper. Yes. So the answer is yes. Congratulations, Twitch. You got another 500 points. What a question. What the hell is Nemesis? All right. Moonlight. Oh, Moonlight. I know you know absolutely nothing about Resident Evil because you are a FNAF fan person, okay? But Moonlight, I'm sorry. You're going to have to pick the category today. Did I finish Nemesis? Oh, I finished him off so well. This is really fun. Wait, is it raining right now? What is raining? Alright, Moonlight. Lock in, Moon. Everyone pick 500. There's only 2 categories left for 500. Thank you for the lurk, Blake. Oh, she's deciding, guys. Hey, no searching up any answers. Resident Evil 3 Remake for how many? How many points? What are we going for? What's the wager today? Oh, is that true, Shoga? I actually didn't know that. RE3 500? We just did 500, so there's no 500. These are the only ones. So the ones that are like grayed out, those are the ones you can't do. Moon, we just I just said that the 500 is the I'm just gonna go with 400, okay? Alright, here we go. What the fuck is this question? Did a 3-year-old write this? I am so sorry, guys. Did a 3-year-old make this Jeopardy? Hey, yo, Moon. What's the answer? Watch, Moon. Did you fight Nemesis a lot? Not just did you fight Nemesis, but did you fight him a lot? That sounds like something a kid would say. Yeah, what is up with this kid and saying Nemesis? Some of these questions are bangers, but then like all other ones are just, I don't know. I don't know, Shoka. Maybe it is a loaded question. According to my calculations, yes. And they said yes, and the answer is yes. And YouTube just got another 400 points. All right, Eve. I know you've been in the chat. What up, Biko? I know you've been in the chat for a minute, okay? I want to hear your... Whoever did the Resident Evil 3 one clearly is 5 years old, so maybe those are easy points. I don't know. Here we go, Eve. Yeah, good luck, Eve. Come on, guys. YouTube chat is ahead by 700 points. To RE3 again? Oh, but you guys got to start locking in, Jared. You guys don't have a lot of points. Oh, is Nikolai here? Oh, Nikolai needs to do the... Ooh. I'm waiting for Eve's response. She's locking in. She's like, she doesn't want to get the Nemesis one. What's the one on the left? This one's Resident Evil 1, right? Because it's blocking. I'll do RE7 500. Who do you fight in the lab? Is it A, Wesker, B, Luakas, or C, Jack? Lewis's. What's your answer, Eve? This one actually is kind of interesting, even though this is just clearly written by a 3-year-old. What is your answer, Eve? Are you locking in at Wesker, Luakas, or Jack? I'm very well assuming he means Lucas. Hey, and don't be looking up answers. I know some of you are cheating. Who is Lucas? So you want to do Lucas? It's Lucas. Lucas. Is that your answer, Lucas? I know you guys are loving this. Is the music too loud, by the way? Am I shouting? Like, just let me know. I'll do silly Lucas. Okay, so she says the answer is B. Is she right? Lucas is the answer. And now YouTube or Twitch chat gets another couple points. All right. Here we go. Nikolai, welcome in, buddy. I want to know your thoughts on this. Ready? What is the category you want today? Hi, Ellie. Yeah, this one's Resident Evil 1. These ones right here, on the very left side, Resident Evil 1. Why does it sound like the music that we're listening to? Why does it sound like Barry Allen? RE1 500? Oh, nice. That's the last 500. Did the STARS officer Richard live? Ooh, that's a good question. That's actually kind of a good question. I know some of you hardcore fans know it already, but hey, did Richard live? Now, I'm not going to tell you who Richard is, but you guys got to figure it out. Did he live or did he not? I'm waiting for Nikolai's answer. Remember, Twitch chat, don't be saying the answers, otherwise they're going to see it. That's fine. That's technically not cheating. They're on the same team, Dre, but the only person I gotta hear is from Nikolai. No? So your answer is no. Are you sure, Nikolai? I think you're sure. So today we're gonna go with no. And the answer is no. Look at that. Wait, who's this again? YouTube? YouTube just got another 500 points. Lead putting them at 23. All right. Dre, back to you. Wait, who hasn't? Meadow, my main man. And also, did we get a huge W for Blake for doing another Twitch sub Prime? Appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. I feel like I didn't put too much attention into that. I'm sorry. A 20-point treat. The music just stop again? There it is. Okay. RE1 400. Ooh, okay. Did the character... Did a 5-year-old... Did a character Wesker create the tyrant? Now, as very horrible as the misspellings are in this sentence, this actually... You may or may not know whether Wesker made the tyrant or not, depending on some lore. Character. You know, hey, we'll take it. Maybe I gotta make my own Jeopardy. I think, okay, how about this? Next stream, I make my own Jeopardy, all right? Like, I create my own Jeopardy. Do you guys want that? Because character is clearly not a word. Your favorite character is Nemesis? Wait, did Meadow answer? Hey, if you guys want to make your own Jeopardy too and send them in, I'll gladly. I wanted to do Kahoot. I actually wanted to do Kahoot, but apparently, did you guys know that Kahoot costs $11 a month to use? Like, what? I'm pretty sure no, because it was someone else. Ooh, Meadow saying no. Okay. Yes. Ooh. Damn. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, Meadow. Yeah, Kahoot is not free, but I'm not gonna lie to you, Meadow. I thought it would be like a scientist. Like, I even thought it was no. So nobody like fault Meadow, because I even thought it was no, to be honest. And I'm the Resident Evil speedrunner. All right, moving on to wait. Nah, okay, whatever. All right. People of the YouTube. Who else is next? Stars! Have you done one yet? Did Stars do one yet? I don't remember. Mayor, what is your favorite side character in Resident Evil 5? Josh. Let's just forfeit chat. That knows a bit of Spencer and working together? Yeah, that was kind of a loaded question, Silly Billy. I do agree with you. See, we got somebody on YouTube defending you, Meadow, because it did seem like Spencer also worked on the Tyrant project, but I'm not gonna lie, we don't get like too much information on that. So that one might be a loaded question. Maybe even the 3-year-old that made this probably didn't know if it was Spencer too. We can blame Rage. All right, Stars, pick one. Do we get Haribos for winning? Aren't they spelled with a G? Or I mean a J? Rage at Lewis. Resident Evil 1 400. Wait, 1? Resident Evil 7. Okay. Resident Evil 7 400. Who do you fight at the start? Mia, Lucas, or Zoe? That actually kind of is a good question. Because some of you who aren't really in tune with the lore of Resident Evil 7 may not know this one. Was it Mia? Was it Lucas? Or was it Zoe? I'm not gonna help you out on this one. I'm not even gonna try to push you in the right direction. I actually haven't pushed anybody in the right direction at all. But, Stars, was it Mia? Was it Lucas? Or was it Zoe? I hate your cat. Did I? Haribo. Oh. Wing Haribo from Yu-Gi-Oh? I know all the lore. I played it 6 times. 6D times? Alright, here we go. Waiting on Stars. Let us steal? Oh, that's what that is, Dre. Actually, I'll let you guys steal when there's a more... Okay, Mia, because... Okay, hold on. So Stars' answer to this question is Mia. Stars. The answer is correct. It is, in fact, Mia. The only reason why I don't think stealing is good right now is because there's latency, Dre. Like, some people have, like, slow internet, and so, like, the answering is not as fast. All right. Next question. Dre, back to you. Soulwolf is here. Hi, Soulwolf. Dre, back to you. Pick a number. Now, I know Dre is going to go for a toughie, all right? But there's only so many toughies left. RE2 for 300. All right, let's go. Was the Arpity once a museum? Ooh, a good question. Was it a museum? I don't know. Dre said yes. The answer is yes. And she is going to get a 300 points for her team. All right, here we go. Moss, you are up. No, actually, Shoga, you're up. Which one do you want? We still got Resident Evil 1, 2, 4, 7, and 3 categories left, okay? We've totally wiped out 400 and 500 points. This is goatedness? It's very goatedness. I need to get Rosemary to do one. Did I already? I don't know who I had do one. Okay, Resident Evil for 300. Who do you fight at the end? Evelyn, Zoe, or Mia? Good question. Who, in fact, do we fight at the end? Shoga? It's time to get Wester or Nemesis. Evelyn. So your answer is Evelyn. Is he correct, chat? It looks like he is correct. It is Evelyn, and they get another 300 pointos. Dang, Twitch. I don't know. Unless they mess up like 3 times over, I don't know. I don't see you guys coming back from this. All right, Jared. Jared, it's time for you to lock in. Oh, wait, no, actually, no, Miko, because Miko's been here for a while, and Jared, oh, actually, you know what? Fine, we'll do Jared. I'll get to Miko in a minute. Okay, Jared, what was it? I just didn't think Jared would respond fast enough. RE4 300. Did 4 come out in 1990? That's a hard question, Jared. Did Resident Evil 4 come out in 1999? No, it did not? Okay. This is actually a 50-50 question, whether you know it or not, but the answer is no. Resident Evil came out in 2006. I actually shouldn't have said that, because I feel like that's going to be the answer. But anyways, Twitch got another 300 points. All right, Vuck. It's a hard question because some people weren't born during that age, so they don't know. Maybe some people don't know. Vuck, It's your turn, buddy. It's your turn. And then Miko, and then Rosemary on Twitch, and then I'm gonna have Moonlight and Silly Billy. RE1 for 300. Who owned the mansion? Sir Spencer, Donald, or Chief Irons? Who owned the mansion, Fuck? Do you have an answer? Was it Chief Irons? Was it Donald? Or was it Sir Spencer? My cat just dropped my life-size Leon cardboard? Oh no. Ronald McDonald. Donald Trump. Oh. I'm waiting, Buck. I'm waiting. Don't be looking up the answers. Spencer? Okay. Your answer is Spencer. I don't know. Donald's a pretty... I don't know. Maybe Donald did own it. Donald did own it. Maybe. But the answer is Sir Spencer the Knight. And now YouTube gets another 300 points. All right, Miko. I hope you're having a great and wonderful day. I'm going to need you to pick a category. September 30th, 1998. This was an hour-long video of pure RE lore. I've seen those. Bye, Ellie. Have a good day, Ellie. RE4 for 200. Ooh, okay, RE4 for 200. Is there a merchant in the game? Yes or no? Is there, in fact, a merchant, chat? Or Miko, I mean. I don't know, it's kind of funny because YouTube chat got like a bunch of the easy ones at the start, and Twitch chat, like, they got easy ones, but like not as easy as the YouTube ones. Good question. I don't know, maybe it wasn't Resident Evil 4 that had a merchant. It is hard. This is Resident Evil 4, guys. Of course, yes. And we already know that the answer is yes. Come on, guys. Who wouldn't have known that one? Alright. YouTube chat. Moonlight. No, wait. Silly Billy, sorry. Silly Billy, are you still here? I'm gonna need you to actually pick one today for us today, Silly Billy. Now, Silly Billy, these are some very difficult, scholar-like questions. So if you don't get any of these right, you may or may not have failed your community. RE3 for 300, the last 300 of its category. Here we go. Can Nemesis use weapons? Is Resident Evil 3 like a serious topic? Or were they just freebies? Who is Nemesis? Yes? Okay, well... Oh my god. Jared. What are these? Chipper. Or no, Rosemary. Rosemary. Pick a question. Pick a category. Pick a game. Pick a number. Oh, guys. These are so stupid. I'm gonna make one, guys, 100%. I'm gonna make one my own next stream. Okay, this is fun. I'm not gonna lie. I like this, guys. This is actually really fun. But whoever wrote this clearly did not pass the 3rd grade. RE2 for 300. I'm assuming you meant 200 because there is no 300. I'm gonna assume that. What made Nemesis so strong? Ooh, actually, that might actually be a good question, even though none of this is correct grammar. What made Nemesis so strong? Parasite, training, lots of doses of the virus. This is actually a good one. This is actually a good one, but it's kind of loaded. The guy who called Fred wrote this. Pariste? Was it a Pariste? Training or lots of doses of the virus? Why is there just a square bracket? Don't stop questioning this dude, okay? Like, he clearly didn't know what he was doing. What makes this hard is his spelling. So, okay, I'm gonna translate here. By A, he means the parasite, training, or lots of doses of the virus. Those are the answers. Parasite, training, or lots of doses of the virus. And what they're talking about is what made Nemesis so strong. What the heck is Pariste? It's Parasite. I'm assuming they meant to type in Parasite. A? Parasite? Here we go. You are correct. It is the Parasite. Because for those of you that don't know, Nemesis is powered by the Las Plagas Parasite that Luis worked on in Resident Evil 4 before the storyline. So yeah, we're gonna have to give you guys those points. All right, now why was 200 probably the hardest one out of all of them? It's Pariste? My bad, Pariste. All right, Moss, I'm gonna need you to pick. All right. Now, believe me, I may be wrong here, but there is still a possible chance for Twitch to come back from this. RE1 200, please. What name was given to the STARS officer that is evil? Was it Jill? Was it Rebecca? Or was it Wesker? Which of these STARS officers, Moss, was evil and not an enemy or not a friend of the state? Not really, man. I mean, if you do the math and if YouTube doesn't get any more answers after this one, your answer is Wesker, you would be correct. And now you got okay, maybe now. Hold on. Let me tally this up. Okay, give me a second. 2 and then plus 5, 700, 900. No, sorry. Yeah, 700. Okay, you're right. According to my math, whether or not we get to the last few questions, YouTube chat has won the game. It's Nemesis. At least we got some memes out of this. Guys, can we get some huge shout outs to Nemesis? I'm gonna try to make my own. Maybe there's a better one out there, you know? Because this is garbage. This was horrible. Oh, all right, YouTube, you get to be the crowning champion for today's stream, okay? Now, that was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. But that was very dumb in its own way, in its own like manner. I don't know how to explain what we just went through, chat. That was so stupid. Show the rest of the questions. Can I? Hold on. I think I messed up. I think it's too late. I don't think I can anymore. Wait. What is the name for the zombie dog? This one's a good one! What the f- Okay, this one's a good one. I think, okay, when I looked up Resident Evil Jeopardy, I clicked on this one, and I'm like, hey, this question looks good. Maybe if I had, like, gone over to the 500 section of Resident Evil 3, I probably would have thought, hey, this Jeopardy is kind of bad. Did the helicopter crash into the main hall for Resident Evil 2? Ooh. It didn't, right? It did. It didn't? What? Okay. Did Leon save the president's missing kid? Missing kid. You could have just said daughter. What is the reason that Baker Farm was the way it was? The boat, the crash, the BSAA, or the mold? See, that's kind of good, but not that good. What is the name of the tyrant? Nemesis, Mr. NX, and Timmy. Oh. Who the fuck is Timmy? Who the fuck is Timmy? Timmy is my new favorite Resident Evil villain. My favorite tyrant, bro. That was good. Can somebody highlight their message on Twitch real quick? I want to see something. Imagine screaming Timmy in RPD. Timmy. Aw, damn it, it doesn't work. So, I have this thing where a highlighted message shows up right on the screen, but it's not working. I have a state test next week, and this is helping. Hey, you know what? We're just here to chill. You know, if you just want to have me on in the background while everybody's talking about Timmy and Nemesis, that's good. Now, do you guys want to rank? My bad. Do you guys want to rank some Resident Evil games now? I think it's time we rank some Resident Evil games. You wasted 100 points for what? What did you waste 100 points for? Oh, for the stupid. I'm not gonna refund you. Joke's on you. Nemesis is not gonna help me run in this. Shout out to Nemesis, guys. Mayo, do Dark Souls all boss tier lists? I do want to do more tier lists. One of my tier lists, I want to do one on Halloween where we as a community rate all the candies, like which one's the best candy. And believe it or not, it's gonna be Skittles as S tier. Okay, so if you guys have a problem, shout out Nemesis. Oh, what up, Buck? All right, you guys ready to rank some Resident Evil games? Here we go. Gee golly, hold on. Dude, Melanie, you missed Nemesis, dude. you miss Resident Evil Jeopardy with the boys. Nemesis. What a stupid fucking name. Holy crap. Yo, Mayor, could you recommend me a game to play? I am bored. Have you tried playing Resident Evil 3? I heard this Nemesis dude is really fun. Oh boy. Alright, here we go, guys. Now, before we start this, I'm actually gonna get rid of some of these right off the bat because I've never played them. Deadly Silence, I've never played. I'm not gonna lie, I've never played Umbrella Corps, but I did watch some people play it, and I do have a general idea of what Umbrella Corps is. I never played Outbreak. I never played Outbreak 2. Okay, I just never played them. Okay, that's on me. Okay. Gaiden, that's the Game Boy Resident Evil game. Survivor, I've never played. Survivor 1, I've never played. It's pretty much the mainline games are the only ones. Even the OG one I've played before. Okay. You played Silence? Deadly Silence. So this one's supposed to be the worst Resident Evil of its time. No, sorry, the worst Resident Evil. Okay? Gaiden was mid. Not only because it was a GameCube game. The only cool thing is that Leon and Barry interacted in it. I don't know anything else about it. It's an odd Resident Evil game. But anyways, guys, here we go. Let's start off with whatever we have here. So Resident Evil 1. Are we talking about Remake 1 or OG 1? I think this is talking about... No, okay, this is OG. Now, for those of you that don't know, Resident Evil 1 OG plays a lot differently than the one you guys... A lot of you probably know this one right here. Like this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put them right next to each other, okay? I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this at B tier, and here's why. Now, it may not be the best graphics in the world. It may not be, it may not be the highest quality Resident Evil, but it's the one that started the, you know what? As a matter of fact, just for that fact alone, it started the franchise. Without this game, we wouldn't have Silent Hill, Resident Evils, we want to have horror games in general. It didn't just start the franchise, it started the entire genre, okay? So as much as I would love to put it as S tier, I've never actually played it as much as the other games. And I gotta say something, okay? I'm gonna say something. We can't see it. Oh, my bad. There you go. My bad. And I'm gonna put the chat over here. My bad. You're right. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so these are the ones that are not available because I've never really played them. And then this is the OG Resident Evil 1, okay? Alright, now, do you guys agree with me that it should be up there because it's the one that started it all? Okay? We're gonna go down the list, but do you guys think it should be up there because it's the one that started it all? You guys can agree with me? A tier? Okay. On top of it, actually, there's something else I wanted to say, but it went, I lost it. Oh yeah, the memes that came out of it. We got the Jill sandwich meme from this game. So for those of you that don't know, if you play this game, this is the one where Barry actually says, "You almost turned into a Jill sandwich" or whatever. But in the remake version of it, Resident Evil 1 remake, he never says Jill sandwich. He just says sandwich. Make a remake tier. There's only like 3 remakes. Well, 4 technically, but alright. So we're gonna keep Resident Evil 1 at A tier, and for anybody that's gonna be watching this in the future, just know the only reason is because I never really put... Okay, this was what I was gonna say. Okay. In Resident Evil, there are 3 divisions, okay? A lot of you love Resident Evil. Many of you play Resident Evil on your free time. It's your comfort game, whatever, okay? Now, I gotta set apart the franchise. Like, I gotta split it. Have any of you ever heard me say that there is a Resident Evil game for everybody? There's so many ways you can play a Resident Evil game by just picking one out from the entire franchise. If you like action, you know, you can pick Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. If you like horror, like survival horror, where it's very calm but also scary, you got 1, 2, and 3 OG, okay? And if you like more new generation and first person, you can go Resident Evil 7 and 8, right? Now the remakes, they pretty much are the same. They have this, you can put them in the same categories, like Resident Evil 4 remake, you can put it at the same as 4, 5, and 6, right? Now, here's the thing. Bye, Miko. Have a good one, Miko. Action, multiplayer. Yeah, multiplayer. That's another thing. They're like each kind of segment of Resident Evil game has its extremes, right? Okay? Because on one side, let's take the generation I was born in. Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. Okay? I was born in that generation, guys. So, I thought RE8 was third person. It is third person. No, it's first person. My bad. RE8, I thought you said RE3. RE8 is first person because you play as Ethan. And Ethan, you can play a third person, but it was first introduced as a third person, or sorry, it was introduced as a first person game and then later on incorporated as third person. I know. The point I'm trying to make is that it was meant to be a first person game. Have you guys actually played a bunch of first person Resident Evil 8 and a bunch of third person Resident Evil 8 and notice that there's vast differences in the play style of the game, where it's almost like it doesn't want you to play third person? I can't play Resident Evil 8 in third person. It feels sloppy to me. Now, that's not to say like I don't like first person, third person, whatever. It's just me saying that I put in so much time in Resident Evil Village using first person that whenever I play third person, you can't do some of the things that you can do as in first person. I know that's confusing, but yeah, for those of you that don't know, Resident Evil 8 didn't get third person until like a year later, right? But anyways, so let's take the era that I was born in, Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. Now, on one side, we got the less extreme action of survival horror, which is Resident Evil 4. And on the other side, we got the most extreme action, which is Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 is insane. It's insane how much action there is. So much so that it's uncomfortable to even play sometimes because there's so many controls that there's so many inputs that you can do certain things, and it gets annoying. I played so many third-person games, I get motion sickness playing first-person. Yeah, some people do. And sometimes that throws them off, you know? I like RE8 in first-person because I like to imagine in my eyes seeing it in real life. And that's the whole point of first-person. The whole point of first-person games is to make you feel like you are the character, you know? It's the immersion, right? And it's actually kind of scarier in first-person, believe it or not. But, yeah, that's... You guys have to take into account what era you guys were born in and how you fit in. Like, this is why, what era you guys are born in is going to heavily influence which games you're going to put in which, like, category, all right? But I'm going to try to be as best as I can and as unbiased as I can, except for 3 games. There are 3 games where I'm just going to be flat out biased as hell. Like, that no matter what. And you guys already know which 3 games I'm going to be if you guys watch me, all right? Doing good. We're doing good, stars. I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for asking. It's a really fun start of my day. The nerd was gone. Who's nerd? You got ads. Horror is better than action for me, and it is. But there are people that really love their Call of Duty and don't care so much for Resident Evil. They love it so much, and they're so blinded by their multiplayer games that they think that Resident Evil is a bad game because it has like story, right? There are people out there that love their multiplayer so much that they think single player games are boring, and that's just people that can't, you know. Bye, Chipper. Have a good day. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So, Resident Evil 1 OG, it goes in the A rank. Let's move on to Resident Evil 1 Remake. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did tell you I wasn't gonna be biased, okay? So this is my honest opinion here. And then I'm gonna give you the rank. Me personally, I would put it at B. Okay, me personally, I would put it at B because it's not a game that interests me. as much as some of the other games, because I was born in the Resident Evil 4 era. So yeah, I do like my action a little bit more. Not as extreme as Resident Evil 6. I don't like Resident Evil 6 action. I like Resident Evil 4 action. And I kind of like Resident Evil 5 action, but not that much. But here's the thing. Despite me personally thinking that it goes at a B, I'm going to put it in an A. Okay? Why is that? The horror is amazing, right? The storytelling is amazing. The possible scenarios, the puzzle solving, it is peak Resident Evil, okay? Peak Resident Evil, all right? It's not interesting to me, sure. It doesn't get me going, but it's still up there. It's A rank for sure. I love using COD, then it just got really boring. Yeah, Call of Duty got really boring really fast. It's just an addiction more than it is like fun or not. I'd give Resident Evil A good, but it doesn't get S. Yeah, it doesn't get S because it doesn't just... Hold on, I'm getting a call from my... 1 second. Sorry about that. Hold on, I gotta charge my phone. Puzzles are so bad. What? Like puzzle games? You hate RE1 because of the puzzles? Here's the thing, fuck. Resident Evil was built upon the idea of, or not the idea, was built upon part of the game was structured so that it had to have puzzles, you know? Those were the most important factors of the most important things that made a Resident Evil game, you know? Hold on, what the hell is happening? My music just turned off. All right. So, yeah, maybe you don't like the puzzles, but the puzzles are part of the Resident Evil formula. Without puzzles, Resident Evil would not be, it would lose a huge part of its soul, you know? It needs puzzles, all right? That's why it kind of sucks that Resident Evil 6 didn't really have any. Or as much, I should say. Okay. I don't even think Resident Evil 6 had a dedicated puzzle. Thank you, Meadow, for the lurk. The puzzles can be fun, but hard sometimes. And yeah, they're hard, right? They were supposed to get your brain going. They were, you know, they're part of the fun. Okay, anyways. Moving on. So, first off, let me, actually, before we move on. Do you guys agree it's in the A rank? It's aptly put in the A rank. Do you guys agree with me on that? Yes? I need to drink some water. Yes? Disagree? Nikolai, why do you disagree? S rank? Okay. S tier, RE2, go. Okay, hold on. We're not there yet. Don't get too ahead of yourselves, guys. We're only talking about one right now. Yes, can't say much right now. It's okay. It's okay, Shoga. Okay. Oh, the lights aren't working. My bad, Dre. Hold on. Hold on. I'll do it right now. Remake may not be the best, but it's the best horror RE game for me. S tier. Yeah, and you're right. See, the thing is, like, as much as I want to put it as an S tier game, to me, I wasn't born in the generation of Resident Evil 1. So it wasn't like, it didn't get me going as much as some of the other games, you know? So that's why I'm not putting it as S rank, you know? If it was my era of Resident Evil games, the fixed cameras piss me off. Like, I'm not bad at the fixed cameras. I can do the fixed cameras. I can get used to them pretty easily, right? They do suck, however. They're part of the reason that, like, make a lot of people not want to play Resident Evil 1, especially if they're new fans. Anyways, here we go. Resident Evil 2. I'm going to say it right now. It's also going to be A rank. This is not Remake. This is OG. Or you know what? I'm going to have to put my bias into it. I never really played Resident Evil 2. I played a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. I never played too much of it. And that's why it's going at B tier. I don't like the fixed camera angles. The atmosphere is good. And the only reason it's not an A rank is because... Well, sorry, two reasons. It's because I never really played it as much. And... I don't know much. I guess that's it. I never played it as much. I don't know much. But I do know it should be revered. It was revered as one of the greatest Resident Evils of its time. Like between 1, 2, and 3. Welcome. You know? I do agree that it should be up there. If people otherwise say it. I don't know what your message is. It got highlighted. Okay, I do agree that it should be up there, you know? I 100% agree. But I can't tell you otherwise. I can't tell you yes or no because I've never played it myself that much. So much so, like so much is that much, that I just don't even know anything about it. You know, I know Ferd played it. You guys saw Ferd stream it. Yeah, fixed camera angles, yes, they are really annoying. I haven't played RE2 OG, so I can't rank. But again, I can agree that it was one of the greatest Resident Evils of its time. Same thing with Nemesis, and might as well put Nemesis there too because I didn't play it as much. Again, it has to be purely from the fact that I was born in a different Resident Evil era. I did see Resident Evil 3 a little bit more than Resident Evil 2, but both of those can be in the B era. Yeah, that's when he got like banned on TikTok from whatever. Okay. So, Resident Evil Code Veronica. I'm sorry, we're kind of zooming through the classics we're going to zoom through the classics because, again, I wasn't born in that era, and I didn't play them that much in that era, okay? You guys aren't going to like this. I'm going to put Code Veronica at C because I did play Code Veronica, okay? And the controls were like, you take the controls from the OG games, and then you fucking push them. You push the threshold high. Like, it was just the controls were so freaking weird, dude. For those of you that don't know, Resident Evil Code Veronica, like, it kind of comes after Resident Evil 3, like, it's like storyline, but before Resident Evil 4. And this is when we first got to see Claire and Chris meet up after Claire's been looking for him. Okay, now I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack's actually god tier, you know. The game itself is fun, but I can't, for the life of me, I cannot play the classic game as easily as I could with Resident Evil 1. I just can't, you know. And I know a lot of you didn't really play Code Veronica either, because a lot of you are on the younger side, just like me. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, moving on. Now this is when shit gets serious, because we got the classics out of the way. My issue with Code Veronica is that it has 0 replay value. I'm sure it does, Naughty. Like, I think it introduced mercenaries, didn't it? It's just like some people don't want to like put time into that, you know. No difficulty levels, no different path. Oh yeah, that too. There's no like different scenarios. Yeah. So I think Resident Evil 2 had scenarios. Resident Evil 1 had scenarios. Resident Evil 3 didn't really have scenarios, but you got to play as Chris and then Jill and then Carlos. Okay. F tier, I would not. No. Okay, so for those of you that are wondering where I'm going to put Resident Evil 0, C. I'm going to explain to you. Now, it's a good game. Okay, before I say anything, all these Resident Evil games, all these rankings, take them with a grain of salt, guys. I love Resident Evil games, okay? You can give me the worst Resident Evil game, sorry, the worst, not including the actual worst ones, F and not available. You can give me these Resident Evil games, right? And I could still play a shit ton of if I was forced to, okay? And I would be happy with that, all right? I'm only just saying the rankings, that's which one's the best and which one's the worst of the franchise, but not saying that they're bad games, okay? That's how we're doing this. I prefer 0 over Code Veronica. Yeah, and I do too, okay? As a matter of fact, let's put it ahead of Code Veronica. Not that it really matters. RE9 with Melanie is S tier. Yo. Okay. So why is Resident Evil 0 right there next to Code Veronica? You know what? B tier. B tier. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you guys. You guys are gonna. I know. Vuck doesn't want me to put it up there. All right. C is too cruel. Yeah, you're right. C was too cruel. And as a matter of fact, because I never really played the other two, I'm gonna put it ahead of those. Why? I love the characters. I love the characters. The character design and the character development and just the stories. I feel like they did way more with characters with like Rebecca and Billy versus what they did with Jill and Claire. All right. And the only reason why I don't like Resident Evil like 0 enough to put it at A tier is because the inventory system. Okay. For those of you that don't know, the way you do it, the way you play Resident Evil 0, there's no item box, right? You have to pick items up, and then if you don't want to use it, you can discard it, and it stays in that place that you discarded it. It doesn't like disappear from existence like some of the other Resident Evil games, but it stays in that on the ground right there. Now let's say you're like different levels, like you're hella far away from where you dropped it. You're gonna have to go all the way back to pick up that item because you just found out that, hey, maybe it's actually important because I need this. It's a key that I have to use for the mansion like 30 rooms later. What's up, Lone Wolf? Welcome in. How you doing? But yeah, and the boss fight's pretty cool and the music's pretty cool, okay? I like Resident Evil 0. It's just like there are some things that really piss me off, okay? And when I actually stream Resident Evil 0, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But there are and the boss fight, the Bat boss fight. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, so first off, Resident Evil 0 has fixed camera angles, okay? So it's like, you know, it has that crutch. Well, sorry, it has that, all right? Is that holding it back? On top of that, with fixed camera angles, there's a boss fight that not only moves around a lot, but it flies, right? And so you have to rely on looking up, and you have to rely on auto aim so hard because you can't really see the boss fight half the time, all right? Because he's flying in different angles, and you just have to trust. You have to trust the camera angles. It's annoying. Oh, it's part of the difficulty. Yeah, the worst mainline Resident Evil game besides 6 is better than say 90% of Silent Hill games. I don't think so, Naughty. That's got to be like a difference of opinion. See, because we're Resident Evil fans, but Silent Hill games are pretty banger. Except like they keep like crashing the Silent Hill franchise with like really odd games. I've never played Silent Hill, but I know I can respect them enough to know that statement is not necessarily true. I kind of want to stream Mario games now that we're talking about them. It's making me itch. I want to play Dead Rising. I might actually play Dead Rising because I've been seeing a lot of talk of Dead Rising lately. Okay. So does everybody agree that Resident Evil 0 is in B tier? Can I get some agreements? 0 is one of my favorites. You like 0, Blake? Like it's your personal favorites? That's actually really good. It's a comfort game for a lot of people, you know, and I believe that. It's a good game. It's just there are features within the game that they shouldn't have changed from Resident Evil 1, like item boxes, you know? Sure? Yeah, I know some of you aren't going to fully agree that it's a B rank and even above Resident Evil 2 and 3. The only reason it's above 2 and 3 is because I personally have never played it. I'd say it's an A, but I can accept B. Yeah. See, a lot of you guys, what happened? We're ranking Resident Evil games. Silent Hill 2 is top 2 horror ever. Exactly, yeah. Silent Hill 2 is good. And Silent Hill 3 is actually really good too. I'll settle, lol. Hi. Wait, so what's your opinion, Moss? I can talk about RE4 Original. I've seen people play this. Are you guys ready for this one? All right. Remember when I said I wasn't gonna be as biased? Like, you know how I said I haven't really played RE2 and 3 like basically at all, but I'm still gonna rank them pretty high. That's me being unbiased. Like I was being fair. This I'm gonna be completely irrationally unfair. I'm gonna be so irrationally unfair. I'm gonna be 100% biased. Right? Resident Evil 4 is S tier. I don't give a crap. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you, especially some of you boomer fans, right? You're not gonna agree with me. You're not. Don't forget to leave a like. Thank you, Lone Wolf. You're not gonna agree with me. All right? But I know you guys in my community know that I love Resident Evil 4, not only because it was my first game ever, not my first Resident Evil game, my first game ever, okay? But because it was a game that I could play, put hours and hours and hours on it, and still find something new to play. The game is not only long, but the game has dynamics that just set it apart from Resident Evil franchise based on what like came out before the game, you know? Because the fixed camera angles were a thing of the past just thanks to Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4, guess what Resident Evil 4 did? It did the same thing that Resident Evil 1 did. It redefined the genre. Sorry, it didn't make the genre, it didn't create the genre, but it redefined it. It gave it third person, right? Third person? Is that third person, right? No thanks, bro. On top of it, it made one of the coolest characters already even fucking cooler. All right? People that didn't like Leon as much before now love the hell out of Leon. Same thing with Ada, all right? And there's just so many good things about it. But let's be fair. It had its issues. Ashley AI was kind of annoying. That's true. It's still pretty good. The AI is... Listen, for those of you who have ever played Dead Rising, another Capcom game, the AI could have been worse. And yet it still managed to be a really good Resident Evil game. you know? I simp for Leon and Ada. Actually, hold on. Speaking of simp, let me do this. Just gonna make it a little bit bigger. I'm actually gonna do this like right here so that way you guys can see it's not blocking. Okay. If you happen to do an RE marathon, do you think I should do a timeline? Or if you happen to do an RE marathon? Wait, me or you? RE4 made third person? Yes, you're right, Buck. It created third person. Resident Evil 4 also gave us Devil May Cry, and that's a good point too. That's a good point. It gave us like a couple things too, not just Resident Evil or Devil May Cry, but Code Veronica. You know, because it was originally good. Code Veronica was originally going to be 4, but you know they decided to. I don't know. The timeline behind that is just weird. I think the ranking is looking pretty good. Besides me, Remake is an S tier with OG4. I fully agree with the controversial 2 and 3 rankings. Yeah, it's got to be naughty. It's really got to be just. Like I said, you were born in the era, and it not necessarily like I'm saying the word born, but it's more like you were introduced into the era that you're gonna give the S ranking to. So like if you were introduced to 1, 2, and 3, whichever one you were introduced to first is gonna be your S tier. Is Moss leaving? Bye Moss. Wait, who's leaving? Oh, Stars. Bye Stars. But yeah. Okay. Unrelated to current stream, but would you ever stream a Silent Hill game? Yeah, when Silent Hill 2 Remake comes out. And they are pretty good games. It's just like I've never really gotten a reason to go into them. But when Remake comes out, when like new generation type of game, I'll play Remake. I came back solely to defend RE5. Is that the next one? All right. You guys are gonna hate me for this one. And I know so many people. If I were to ever do my tier list and show it on like TikTok, for example, people would hate me for this one. But it's an F tier. I'm just kidding. But it's actually going to be an A tier. Okay? All right. Whoa! Isn't Resident Evil 5 one of the most annoying Resident Evil games to some people because of the action? There's just so much action. It's barely even a Resident Evil game. Yeah, it's barely even as much of a Resident Evil game as the other ones. But it's its own Resident Evil game. Now, it took what Resident Evil 4 did, and it amplified it a little bit more, but it didn't go above and beyond. It didn't go beyond the threshold, all right? That's the truth. It didn't go beyond the threshold, okay? It stayed kind of just close enough to survival horror and action where it just wasn't annoying, okay? On top of it, it introduced a cool feature called co-op mode. Now, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to put this here. Like, not that it really matters, but you know what? I'm going to even put it above that because the truth is, I grew up playing Resident Evil 5. My first game was Resident Evil 4, but the one I played the most amount of time before I actually came back to Resident Evil 4, because I didn't have a console at the time that worked for Resident Evil 4, was Resident Evil 5. I had an Xbox, and I played it, and I invited my neighbors, and I invited my friends, and it was just the game to play. We used to play the shit out of Mercenaries. Like, we would just like grind Mercenaries for no reason. It was just so fun, you know? But as much as people don't like Resident Evil 5, yeah, Resident Evil 5 is stupidly fun. Don't even mention the fact that you have a co-op partner. Like, yeah, the AI is annoying. Like I said, we could have had worse AI, like Dead Rising AI. But it's not too bad. A lot of people complain about the AI being really bad, but it's not that bad. Like, you can beat the game without it, right? The thing is, like, especially if you have a co-op partner, like your neighbor, your friend, your girlfriend, whatever, it's one of the funnest games ever, dude. Because not only are you playing the best franchise in the world, but you're playing the best franchise in the world and sharing that moment with whoever you're playing with. RE5 had the best mercenaries and weapons, and that too, mercenaries, I solely agree. Even with the Resident Evil 4 Remake's mercenaries, it still has the best one. It's really good story-wise too, you're right. Like, story-wise, it's just a fantastic game, right? Not only did it conclude one of the coolest villains in the entire franchise, but it gave us, like, character development between Chris and Jill. And it gave us one of the best DLCs, Lost of Nightmares, which really revisited the old classic Resident Evil style of horror. Sheba is an awesome character. She's way better than Helena or Jake or whatever other dumbass character you created for 6. You really don't like 6 on Naughty. Okay. But yeah, and the reason why I put Resident Evil 5 up here in the A tier, for those of you that don't know, Resident Evil 5 is my 5th favorite Resident Evil game in my top 5 list. Okay? If we go top 5, you guys will hear it in a minute, but alright. Moving on. Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I actually have not played that as much. Like, I don't think I played it. Umbrella Chronicles. Okay. A lot of you don't know about the Wii era of Resident Evil games. Okay? A lot of you don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Umbrella Chronicles was really annoying to play when it first came out. Bye Moon. Wait, is Moon leaving? Bye Moon. I'm not gonna put it in A tier. I'm sorry, Vuck. It's just not A tier. Now, it did something that the other Resident Evils didn't really do, which is touch up on story elements, and it really did like polish the story, right? It made the story better. And this is the first one, Umbrella Chronicles. But it was just retelling the stories, and it's not that much to tell, okay? The game was very linear. It felt like you were playing an arcade game. Like you go to a arcade. I don't know what are they called? Just arcades, right? You go to an arcade and then you go up to one of the machines and you're playing Umbrella Chronicles. It just feels like one of those on-rail shooters. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a B tier. Okay? Like I said, I think the only thing that saves it is the fact that it retold the stories in a cooler fashion. All right? I like that, but it doesn't go above 2 and 3 and 0. And as a matter of fact, no, we're gonna keep it a B tier. I still remember the special level in the Umbrella Chronicles in the lab. Very annoying to finish. Oh, that one with Wesker? Right? Just wait, Mayor, I'm gonna go out for all the games I know. Exactly. I'm sorry if I haven't been reading. I've been like going back and forth between you guys. Okay. Thank you, Meadow, for the lurk. I would have said C personally. See, I kind of want to say C. Like, I kind of want to. I feel like I want to put a C. If anything, it's like a C plus, you know? But like, it's weird. It feels uncomfortable, but it is. What's up, Hale? Welcome in. How you doing? All right. And then Dark Side Chronicles, I'm not going to lie to you, one of the better ones. Dark Side Chronicles is one of the better ones. So it's going above. Okay? I'm actually, I know you guys don't agree with me on this one probably, but Dark Side Chronicles is one of the better ones because it gave us Operation Javier. It didn't retell story, or sorry, it did retell stories and they were cool, but it also gave us a new story that we've never heard of before, and we got to know about like Leon and Krauser's little origins, you know. I only like, oh wait, and then Umbrella Chronicles did do one retelling or story that we've never heard of, which is the winter map with like Chris and Jill or whatever. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Revelations. Now. Okay.
Welcome.
404 scam not found. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Now. You guys. Yeah, A tier just for Operation Javier. Operation Javier was so cool. Okay. Now you guys don't know this. Maybe some of you guys do, but a lot of you probably don't know this. But Resident Evil Revelations was designed for the Nintendo 3DS. And it came out with the Nintendo 3DS first, before it became a console game, all right? So a lot of the elements and the mechanics within Resident Evil Revelations is 3DS to mechanics, all right? That being said, I think it did a really good job revisiting some of the horror elements of Resident Evil, okay? And I'm actually going to put it at B. No, you know what? If I could put it between A and B, I would. So I'm just going to put it at top B tier. Okay, if I could put it between A and B, I would, because I think Resident Evil Revelations was such a fun game. Yeah, it felt almost like Resident Evil 6 in that, like, they were trying to do some Resident Evil 6-like mechanics, but it stayed pretty true to Resident Evil 5-like mechanics. So it's like it was like in between, because they came out around that era. What up, Sabotage? So yeah, I'm gonna put it at B tier. I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier because it's a fantastic game. It's such a good. They did the side story so well. I liked Resident Evil Revelations. Many other people probably don't like it, you know, but I liked it, you know. And Revelations was part of the reason why a lot of you came into my community. Yes, it works with the shotgun tech. Yeah, Revelations is one of the reason. Yeah, it works with any of the shotguns. 404. But wait, for the riot gun? Hold on. Oh no, it only works for Ada's shotgun. Now, it does work for the shotgun in general, like it does actually improve it, but it's not that much of a drastic. What I'm saying is, like, most people are going to be using the shotgun that Ada has anyways, so it's like not that it matters too much for you to even be using the riot gun. it's more of like a speedrun trick. Oh, you're playing Valkyrie? Oh, then no, dude, don't be asking me. I haven't played Valkyrie yet. I'll be playing that like next month. I don't know. I didn't even know Valkyrie was available for that. I'm sorry. But anyways, where were we? Is a riot gun available in the base game? I don't remember. Good luck with it. It's rough. We did Nightmare mod for Resident Evil 2 like last month. I'm sure it's hard. I'm sure it's hard, but I've done like 1,000 challenges. Nothing's too hard for me. I'm sure it is though. All right. Sorry. Anyways, Revelations. Yeah, Revelations is the reason why a lot of you guys are in my community. For those of you that watch me when I streamed on TikTok, you guys, Revelations, like Layla, for example, she came from the Revelation stream. Like so many of you guys came from the Revelation stream. Not you guys, but so many of the people in my Discord that are there right now came from Revelations or in that era. Over 250 deaths. Yeah, before we even do that 404, we're probably gonna do like Berserk mod because I haven't played that yet. But I know before that there was a Nightmare mod for Resident Evil 4 as well. You know. So we still have to do Nightmare mod, then Berserk, then Valkyrie, you know? Alright, moving on. Wait, does everybody agree with me? Revelations, B tier? Everybody agree with me? You know, it's a generally good game. It's fun. I love the characters. Oh, the characters. I didn't even mention the characters. Characters are awesome. Fuck, didn't you say you were under 18? So, like, people that are under 18 can't join the Discord, sorry. Yeah. RE6 C tier or maybe D, or maybe D. Until Orca now has a stable and working RE4 rando too, so I'll be coming soon. Oh, I know. Somebody from my community told me already. I know they technically already have a randomizer in the trainer, but it's not the best. Parker was a great character. Oh, I kind of forgot about Parker, but you're right. Parker is a really cool character, and I'm glad they introduced him, but they're never gonna have him in any other game. Just because okay. Oh yeah. Moving on to Resident Evil 6. All right. I did do Rising of Evil, Buck. I did do it. Okay. Resident Evil 6. Here we go. The most controversial Resident Evil of its time. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, wow, what's he going to put 6 at? Resident Evil 6 kind of sucks. Resident Evil 6 has so many mechanics, it's kind of annoying. And I did talk about Resident Evil 6 was born in the action-packed era of Resident Evil, where it's too much action, and Resident Evil 4 is not enough. Sorry, not the word not enough. It's not as much action, right? Resident Evil 4 not as much action, but Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 6 so much action. It's so annoying. Yeah, good luck, man. I appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I do got a bunch of tips that you can use Art 404, but like on my TikTok, it's just I need to work on some new tutorials and tips and speedrunning. A lot of what I do is a speedrunning, like that shotgun trick is for speedrunning. You probably never really have to use it casually in the playthrough, but a lot of it is just for like doing speedruns, you know? If that makes sense. Okay. And good luck at work. Good luck with work. And good luck on your streams too. Okay. I love RE6, but it's not as a good game as the others. Oh, yeah. Resident Evil 6. C tier. What? Wait a minute. You were dogging on how bad it was. It is a bad game, sometimes. It's a really fun game to play as with a partner. Okay, the story is beautiful. All right, it's a cool fucking story. We got Leon and Chris working together, kind of, right? Not the same type of. That's what made it really disappointing. Like they don't actually work together, you know. And Resident Evil 6, while there's way too many buttons to be mashing in one playthrough, it's like way too much. It's way too much. I'm not gonna lie. It's so overstimulating. But you get a co-op partner. It's one of the funnest games you could play for Resident Evil 6, besides 5. Okay, that's why definitely 6 is not up there with 5. It's just too much action that pisses me off. And it's not necessarily that I'm pissed that there's no horror in it. Like Resident Evil franchise can either have horror or not, and I'll still be perfectly fine with it. It's just that it's just so frustratingly too much action. All right, it's like they're like, all right, you guys don't want horror, fine, we'll do a little bit of horror but not too much, and then we'll put action. And you know, it could have been fine if they just put action, But then they put action and then amplify that bitch by 100. Like, it's like so much, dude. So yeah, it's definitely a C tier. All right, Revelations 2. I do love what they did with Claire and Barry, and we got to get an introduction of Moira, and Moira's not half bad of a character. Okay. If we count not main games, the F tiers. There are F tiers, Nikolai. Wait, what? C, maybe D at least, but no RE game deserves Fs. Yeah, to be fair, no RE game besides the weird ones like that they made, and there is gonna be an F tier, trust me. Okay. So, you guys have seen me stream Resident Evil Revelations. You guys probably already know how I'm gonna feel about this. What's up, Sabotage? What's up, Local Rat? Welcome in. I'm gonna put Revelations at D tier. Why? Why am I gonna do that? I don't hate Revelations. I love the characters. The characters kind of carry the game. Why am I putting Revelations at D tier? At the time, the Walking Dead franchise, the Telltale Walking Dead franchise came out. Okay? Does anybody remember the Walking Dead Telltale franchise? Where you make choices and whatever? Alright. What they did with that is that they released episodes like seasonally, right? So it's like 2 months later we get a season 2. Or sorry, episode 2. Then two months later after that, we get another episode after episode, like months. They did the same thing with Revelations when it first came out. And I genuinely believe that was the dumbest fucking thing they could have ever done with the franchise. They took the Walking Dead Telltale model and they repeated that for their game. Why would they fucking do that, dude? It pissed me off. They are not, like, I don't know, maybe they were greedy, maybe they wanted people to, like, get a, it's just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. On top of that, The Last of Us had just come out. I think, if I'm not mistaken, The Last of Us had just come out. And if you really played through Revelations, alright, I'm actually really heated about this. If you played through Revelations, it feels like you're playing The Last of Us. Because you craft weapons. And yeah, crafting actually became a huge thing in the later versions of Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 2, especially Resident Evil 4, there's crafting. But fuck, did it feel so annoying to just do. I didn't like it. There was bleeding aspects, like, what the fuck, are we playing an RPG game or something? Like, you bled, you had to bandage your wounds, you used herbs, sure, same old ammo, you have to make ammo, you have to... it was just so annoying. It just didn't feel like, it felt like it was trying to copy The Last of Us and The Walking Dead in those two aspects, and it pissed me off. I'm like, just do what you used to do. Like, Revelations was good. I know they were trying to go somewhere in a different path, but like Revelations 1 was good. Why did they have to change that? You guys could have kept the crafting system in place, but why the fuck did we have to have a bleed system and a health system together? Like, health system could have been fine. Sometimes companies stop caring about game production and start caring about money. Yeah, and that's what happened. This came out during the 6 era, right? So that's why Revelations 2 kind of just fucking got greedy, Clementine from The Walking Dead is still my favorite female character. Yeah, I love The Walking Dead. It's kind of a boring game to play sometimes because there's just a lot, like 90% of it is just dialogue, and then 10% is just pure drama and action, which is the best part, but it's also like it takes forever to get. Resident Evil 2 is worth playing. Oh no, it's worth playing for sure. Claire Redfield is at her peak. Same with Barry. Claire and Barry are at their peak in that game, but I cannot sift through the gameplay. The gameplay alone is what pisses me off. The story carries the franchise, or carries the game, but the gameplay itself pisses me off. Oh, don't even get me started on the co-op. Don't get me started on the co-op. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start on the co-op. For those of you that don't know, there's co-op in this game. You wanna know how the co-op works? If you play as Claire, then your friend plays as Moira, and they get a crowbar. Okay? That's it. They get a crowbar. They can't use any weapons, because in the lore, Moira's not allowed to use pistols. So it's like, 90% of the time, your friend is carrying, shooting, they get like these cool-ass weapons, and then Moira gets a fucking crowbar. What's a crowbar gonna do against a fucking Wesker, dude? It doesn't do shit. And you know what the funny part is? The crowbar is really mainly used for opening things. It's not even used as a combat weapon as much as like it should be, right? So if you are playing co-op, your friend is just kind of stuck there watching you play the game fun. It gets worse. Moira at least has a crowbar. When you play as Barry, Your co-op partner gets to play as a 5-year-old. And you know what the 5-year-old can do? They can sense monsters through walls, and they can throw bricks. That's their weapon. They have fucking psychic senses, and they can throw bricks, but they can't do anything. They can't die, sure, but again, all they're left with is just, they have to sit back and do nothing while you do everything. It's like, what was the point of even I'd much rather it just got rid of the co-op and then worked on other things rather than just fucking trying to put co-op there. Like, why would they even do that? They've done Resident Evil 5 co-op before. Why wouldn't they just do it the way that... Local co-op is so fun. I played it. Wait, what about? It's a more graphic novel game. Wait, what? Opinion on Detroit Become Human? I never played it. I only watched Ferd stream it, and that's about it. But anyways, sorry. I think Revelations is the one that I have the most opinions about, and that's pretty much it. I don't have too many opinions. All right, is everybody ready for the most controversial Resident Evil of its time? Besides 6? Sorry, I shouldn't say controversial of its time, but, you know. Here we go, guys. Operation Raccoon City, which I will try to play on stream one day, but I don't know how, because they took it off the Steam store. Resident Evil Raccoon City, guys. Why was it so bad? It was a multiplayer game. It did do that. It did do better than Revelations, right? In terms of multiplayer, it did a better job. But it tried to be like a Call of Duty game. Being that there was an online multiplayer where you can compete against people and fight against people like it was Call of Duty or something, right? I don't know about you guys, but Resident Evil never does good when they're doing multiplayer games. They never do good. They do good when they do co-op games. Yeah, sometimes. They do good when they do co-op games sometimes. But when they do multiplayer games, they get fucking just, it's just gross. It's gross. It's fucking gross, right? That being said, if you guys actually played through the game, even though it had a shit ton of bugs and a lot of issues with the AI, it actually can be kind of enjoyable, you know? Even so, even after that, it can be pretty enjoyable. The only thing that really pissed me off about the story is that you have to kill you have to kill Leon and Claire, which is the dumbest fucking thing ever. Like, why would people want to kill Leon and Claire? It's like they're the most beloved characters of the entire franchise, you know? Yeah, F tier because they killed Leon. I would totally put it in F tier, but I don't think it deserves that, you know? And that's the truth. It's not that bad of a game, because it's actually enjoyable, and if you do manage to get a friend to play with you, like I played with Sabotage when we were younger, it was actually really fun. It was really fun when I played it with them. Was it like enjoyable so much that I could do it, you know, I could play it for days? No. Maybe like 1 or 2 playthroughs and I'm done. One more game that I can debate. Oh, the remakes? Oh, we're getting to next gen. You guys are gonna, okay, you guys are ready for the next gen. Let's just get this out of the way. I know you guys want to get to the next gen games. Hold on, let's do these two. Hold on. There you go. Everybody agree? And actually, Resistance actually kind of goes on above that just because it plays kind of like Left 4 Dead. Everybody agree on that? So that way we don't have to talk about it? Like, do we have to talk about it? Oh yeah, for sure, Naughty. The thing is, Naughty, like, the only reason I actually put it at D tier, and I would put it at C tier, is that there's so many glitches in the game. Yes, you guys agree? Umbrella Corps, RE-verse, and Resistance are where they're supposed to be? We don't agree? Why don't you agree? Wait, which one do you not agree about? Reverse? Reverse is the glorified multiplayer game that they gave up on after one update. It was so bad. Umbrella Corps, they gave up on too. Resistance, they didn't necessarily give up on it. That's why I actually ranked it a little bit higher, because it could be a good Left 4 Dead-like game, you know? Raise his hand. Why did they try to kill off Leon and Claire in that one game? They were trying to... Okay, so the heroes of the game were Umbrella operatives, and their mission was to get rid of survivors. So throughout the game, you're supposed to take control of tyrants, and you're supposed to kill people like Jill Valentine, Ada Wong, Leon, and Claire. And that you succeed, I think, in killing Jill and Ada. But then once you get to Leon and Claire, you have to make a decision, right? And it's all because they wanted to get rid of evidence that there was any survivors. So that way they could, you know, You know what I mean? I've played Intense. I say Resistance is awful. F tier for sure. I've never really played Resistance that much. I played it one or two times, and I know it kind of plays not like a Left 4 Dead game, but like in a way when you play one of those like multiplayer modes. Okay. They tried to save Resistance, but they realized it was dying off slowly, and therefore they left it. Yeah. But yeah, wait, hold on. There's a cliffhanger. Wait. Rage, why do you not agree though for the last two? Anyways, let's just move on from those so we can get to the good games. Sorry, when I say good games, I mean the games that we've come to know and love. All right, here we go. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Let me hear your guys's. Everybody, just type in a tier. Everybody, type in a tier right now that you agree with, and then I'll talk about it. Fucking F. S. Okay. All right. No more. I get it now. From what you guys are saying, community voted F tier, right? I'm sorry. No, I agree with you guys. S tier for sure. 100% S tier. As a matter of fact, yeah, S tier. Fuck it, S tier. I almost wanted to say A tier. But like super high A tier, like so high A tier that it's barely about to fall into the S tier rank. But like, let's just be honest. Resident Evil 2 not only revitalized the original feeling of Resident Evil, but like it's one of the most enjoyable Resident Evil games. Here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem with it. They could have done a little bit more. They could have put a little bit more effort on Claire's scenario or Leon's scenario. Because when you play Leon A, right? You play through the game, right? You fight Mr. X, you fight Birkin, right? And you even fight the Super Tyrant. And then when you play through Claire B, you do literally everything the same. And somehow Mr. X is in places where he should be with Leon, or when he should be with Leon, and like the timeline just kind of does this. Like it does this. It does it a little. It doesn't like flow at a parallel line and maybe like merge. Like it should do this. It should join up, but instead it like clashes with each other, and it's weird. You know, that's where. Not saying that that's bad, because honestly, I don't know. They could have done so much other stuff with it, but nonetheless, it's one of the greatest fucking Resident Evil games that I've ever played, honestly, of its time. It's top 3 for me. So Resident Evil 4 is in the top 1, 2 is in the 3, and 5 is number 5 for me. Okay, but Resident Evil 2 did everything right. The survival horror elements, Mr. X. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Mr. X, they made Mr. X. Hold on. My music just cut out. Give me a second. They made Mr. X so menacing in this game that it somehow overshadows the popularity of Nemesis. Nemesis is supposed to be much more popular of a character, and yet Mr. X feels like the more popular character than Nemesis, just because they kind of fucked up Nemesis just a little bit. Nemesis. Yeah, my bad. Nemesis. Reverse is a full multiplayer PvP. Yeah, it's multiplayer. That's what makes it an annoying Resident Evil game. But yeah, Nemesis. I meant Nemesis. My bad. Nemes. But yeah, it's definitely S tier. I agree with you. I would put it in A tier just for the reasons that I said, right? And on top of that, I was born, like I said, in the more action era, and Resident Evil 2 has so much survival horror elements that it almost feels sluggish at times when you try to dodge zombies and dodge Mr. X, unless you use like the secret techniques that I showed you guys. But like, because you guys are saying S tier and this is supposed to be community voted, you guys are mainly saying S tier. I agree with you, and I probably put in more time in Resident Evil 2 than any other Resident Evil on stream. Yeah, like an S minus, you know, just for those things alone, you know. But anyways, moving on. Resident Evil 3. Oh yeah, and it kind of felt too short. Not that it was really short, because you can really play it out for upwards of 10 hours when you first play it, but like it kind of did feel somewhat short, just not that short. You know, it's little nitpicks. I'm not hating on it at all. It's one of the best Resident Evils that we've gotten in a very long time, but like just little tiny nitpicks, okay? And that don't take them at face. Don't take them like at face value, or take them at face value. I don't know. Anyways, do they kill Jill and Ada in Operation Raccoon City? I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, they do. If I paid full price for RE3, I'd be dissatisfied, but I got it for €5. So I love it. All right, Resident Evil 3. All right, you guys are either gonna hate or love me for this one. It's gonna be top C. It's gonna be above Code Veronica 6, but below B. Why? Okay. And I've talked about this about 1,000 times already. As a video game, okay, if this was best video game, it'd be up here. If this was best video game, it'd be up here. But we're talking about best Resident Evil game, okay? It's not the best Resident Evil game. It's one of the best video games, okay? There's that small line that we have to draw between, because before when you guys first played Resident Evil 3, the first time you guys decided to play Resident Evil 3, you guys were like, wow, this is such a fun game, like I'm enjoying my time. And then you get to the end and it's only been 4 or 5 hours and you're like, huh, I wish there was more of it. And that lingering, that yearning for more Resident Evil 3 can easily tell you that it was such a good game. It was so fun, in fact, that you wanted to play more. But disappointingly enough, there was no more. And that's why it's at C rank. Because there was not enough Resident Evil 3. And it disrespected the original games, you know? And that's the truth, guys. Like, if this was best video game tier list, it would be up here. But this is Resident Evil tier list, so it's down here, you know? It's like a B, and it is enjoyable. You're right, Dre, but like think about like the playtime value. You could play Resident Evil 5 and it's still longer than Resident Evil 3, you know? And you can play it with a friend, and you know, all these games above Resident Evil 3 are so much more longer than Resident Evil 3, except for maybe the Chronicles. So much longer. And it's just kind of annoying, because here's what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Resident Evil 4 Remake Separate Ways felt longer than Resident Evil 3 Remake. And that sucks. A DLC should not feel longer than a remake, you know? That being said, character development, characters, nemesis, the boss fights, the enemies, beautiful, fucking fantastic. It was a great game, and the atmosphere, amazing. I loved it. Like literally, I did. It was just so disrespectful for the franchise, you know. Anyways, moving on. A tier. A tier. A tier. A tier. Bye, Buck. Have a good day. A tier. A tier. A tier. A tier. A tier. Literally A tier. Okay? It not only revived the franchise, all right? Because this is the truth. Resident Evil 6, it didn't make people hate the franchise, but it made people not want to buy the next Resident Evil game. But then when they found the good news about Resident Evil 7 just coming back from the action, and instead of action doing horror, it revived the franchise. On top of it, it's one of the scariest Resident Evils. You can't fucking tell me otherwise. Not Resident Evil 2, not Resident Evil 1. You can't tell me it's not one of the scariest Resident Evils. It actually did such a good job with the horror, reviving the horror. Why does the music keep stopping? Hold on. There it is. It does such a good job with the horror that, you know what? As a matter of fact, I would say it's higher. It's like up here, you know? Just because, again, I played it more than any other ones. The only thing that really pisses me off is the unskippable cutscenes, but you can mod that, but unless you're on console, you know? That's it. Oh, and the boat section. The boat section fucking blows. Everybody hates the boat section, you know. I know you guys can agree. You know. High A for me, but I'm biased. The only... Yeah, no, that's fair, Shoga. See? But this is community driven. I think everybody agrees it's A. You guys are going to hate me for this next one, though. You guys are actually going to hate me for this. Because a lot of you are thinking, why is... Alright, let's rip the bandage out real quick. I know I just ripped the bandage there for some of you. But again, this is my ranking, okay? This is my ranking. You know what? No, let's be fair. Yeah, you're right. Let's be fair. Let's actually be fair. Let's be fair. It's right there with... For some of you, I get it can be a B. Okay? Why did I put Resident Evil Village at an A and almost put it at an S? I love Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil 7, sure, brought back a lot of fans. You know, it brought them back. But Resident Evil Village is the one that did it for me. I didn't even come back for Resident Evil 7. Like, I gave up after 6, but I came back at 8. That's why it's special to me. Because it did something. You guys have to understand, without Village, I wouldn't be a streamer. Because I didn't originally want to stream Resident Evil games. But then I fell in love with Resident Evil Village 10 times over. Without Village, there would be no Mayhem. You guys have to understand that. That's why it's super important. Okay? It's part of the reason I came back to Resident Evil and decided and yes, I did start with Resident Evil 4. Like, if you go on my channel, I did start with Resident Evil 4, but that's because I was grinding out some Resident Evil Village, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I should start a Resident Evil channel, right? And then I moved from 4, and then Resident Evil Village was the reason my very first TikTok went viral, right? And the first video game I ever did mods with. I've never done mods in my entire life before. I've never used mods, but Resident Evil Village was the first one. Yeah, and they somehow made one of the scariest moments in the entire franchise, right? Twice. One for DLC and one for the base game. And they beat Resident Evil 7, okay? But even though it's more action-packed and less scary, those two moments alone, by themselves, topped any moment in Resident Evil 7. Yeah, the Beneviento house. You need to play that one. Have you played Village? Who here hasn't played Village? I will stream it during Halloween month, like that and Resident Evil 7. So I'm saving these two Resident Evils for Halloween month. So like whenever October comes around, I'm gonna be playing this. Benevento wasn't scary at all. Here's the thing, Buck, it wasn't scary to you, but the general consensus was it was terrifying. Even for me, a person of Resident Evil fan that has been around since a very long time. Like, I played through almost all of these, and a lot of moments were scary, but nothing beats the fact that like Resident Evil Village still scared me as an adult in that one segment. And that's it. It wasn't scary. Like, the game itself wasn't scary, but that moment was. Yeah, Dollhouse creeps out, especially because of some phobias. But Buck, listen, Buck. Buck, what's your favorite candy? Actually. What if somebody told you that your favorite candy, the one that you love, said it's a gross candy? All right. What if someone is like, "Oh, that's a gross candy." You want to know why they think that, right? You wonder why they think it's a gross candy. Okay? You don't like candy at all? Jeez, Buck. Oh my God. Well, food, okay? Just any food, doesn't matter. Somebody hates a food that you like. That's my opinion on horror games. If you don't think something is scary, it's just like food. Maybe you don't like the taste, or maybe that person doesn't like the taste, but somebody else does. But the general consensus is, the general population, the majority of people think that that segment is scary. Thus, it's scary, you know? And it's not scary to you, sure, but it's scary to mostly everybody else, you know? It wasn't scary, but the atmosphere just give you the tingles. Yeah, and then there's different ways to feel horror, right? It made you feel nervous, made you feel paranoid, right? You know, it's subjective opinion, right? But all I'm saying is that the general population, from what I've like experienced, most people think that it is scary. Is Twitch chat missing? No, they're right there. Mud pasta and mushrooms and cream. Okay. Here we have it, guys. Give me a second. This is our ranking. Oh, wait. I forgot about the most important games of the franchise. First off, let's put VR. Okay, I'm going to put VR here because I never played VR. But we're going to put this at high S. Okay. I forgot about Resident Evil 4 Remake. Resident Evil 4 Remake goes above. Okay. Why is Resident Evil 4 above Resident Evil 4 OG? Okay. You guys want to know my opinion? Okay. Originally, Resident Evil 4 Remake was going to be below Resident Evil 4 OG, but then what happened? And that was my opinion. What happened after that? Separate Ways came out. Separate Ways is the best DLC we've ever gotten in a Resident Evil game ever. The best fucking DLC ever. The best. The absolute best. Okay? The best. No Lost in Nightmares, Shadows of Rose. It's the best one. It's longer than any other DLC we've ever gotten. I put RE4 Remake in an A. Here's why RE4 Remake is above and beyond just an A. Not only... So, the only... Okay. What I just explained, why it's above Resident Evil 4. It's better than Resident Evil 4 OG to me because of the DLC. Originally, before the DLC came out, Classic was better for me. But now it goes, it goes up there. So why is it above an A? Not only is the environment better, the physics, not the environment. Not only are the physics better, but the parry system, fucking chef's kiss, dude. The parry system is one of the funnest. Even the developers themselves have said that like they can't go back to classic RE4 without like wanting to parry. I'm sorry if you guys hear background noise. I'm super sorry about that. People just got home. I'm gonna try to end the stream right now, but like they're gonna be really loud. But yeah, the parry system was beautiful. Leon S. Kennedy, they did kind of redo him in a way that a lot of people were kind of mad about, but my god, is he a hunk of meat that is just Leon gets wet shirt, that's why. Time to traumatize 11 people with my story. This was a game I used to introduce my friend into RE games, and they loved it. They were a fan of Liam in the franchise now. And there's just so many good games that you can play. Parrying makes the game so much better. Some people don't like the parry, and that's fair because it's just too much. I don't know what it is about parrying in new generation video games, but it's just in every video game now. And if it's not parrying, it's like dodges, Bye, Buck. All right, but that's pretty much it. Resident Evil 4, the highest tier, and that's purely... So, these two games are biased. Even though you guys probably would agree with me that they're up here on the S tier. Alright? They're my bias, okay? I'm gonna override whatever you guys say and put them on S tier. Resident Evil 2, I was gonna put it at A tier. But because you guys, most of you guys, unanimously agreed that it deserves to be S tier, I put it up there for you guys. And I can make agreement, I can agree with you and argue with you guys, but like the truth is, yeah, it does deserve S tier. But Resident Evil 4 will always be my better one. These are actually, believe it or not, this is my favorite game, like top Resident Evil favorite game. This is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4, and this is number 5. Although sometimes these two like switch off whenever I feel like it. But these games right here, these 5 games are my top 5 Resident Evil games. Thank you. Anyways, that's it. That is the ranking. That was a really long stream for just us ranking video games. I mean, we did play Jeopardy, but man, that was 2 hours just for me talking about Resident Evil games. That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Jeopardy was really fun, other than the fact that we got some stupid things like Nemesis. I don't know what the fuck a Nemesis is. But hey, thank you guys so much for watching today's live stream. I appreciate. Wait, is anybody? Hold on, real quick. I did have a YouTube video that's gonna go up, but to be honest, I'm just gonna save that for another day. I'll save it for like next Friday. Hold on, real quick. Save that for another day. I'll save it for like. Okay, nobody's live. All right. RE movie tier list. We'll do that when we need to do a community movie night for RE tier list to do that. But what was I doing? Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today. Wait, what? Hold on. Don't end until Wattpad story. I gotta end. I gotta go eat. Yeah, it's ending. I'm sorry, guys. It was just supposed to be, it was actually, to be fair, it was supposed to be like a 1 hour stream. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was supposed to be a 1 hour stream. That's, like, I don't know how this managed to be 2 hours, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next stream on Monday. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I might not play Resident Evil 4 on Monday. I might actually take a break from Resident Evil so I can stream a different game. And you guys might like the game that I'm gonna stream, but it really depends. Some of you may like it, some of you may not like it, but we'll see. It's still a Capcom game, by the way. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. and I'll see you guys in the mañana.